nobody knows who he is virtually.
Yeah, I think that was his undoing, wasn't it? With Mitchell, he was too gung ho with the press, and them statements that he came out
I did see.
away.
Apparently, when he turned up at the Austrian training ground, when he was announced, and he walked in with his staff, Bunce and all them, and they were all wearing Newcastle tracksuits, training gear, and he had a Boss T-shirt on.
Yeah.
And did that not sum him up?
Yeah, I suppose. Then it goes on to now Isak transfer request. I'm hearing rumours that Isak wants to leave. Is this true? And then Lee Ryder goes on to say, again, we've mentioned this in the past. There's a rumour out there that Isak's wanting to leave. What is very true at the moment is that Isak has not handed in any type of transfer request or demanded a crisis talk. It is quite the opposite in that he is calmly assessing the situation and he is due to report back pre-season next week, which is the 7th. Now things can change, but I don't see any play from a striker to push for a move. The plan was to sit down and talk about a new contract, and that remains the case. On the Liverpool side, they have not bid or approached Newcastle yet, so anything can happen, and it just remains speculation. Does that mean the Reds aren't interested? No, but Newcastle are in control.
Until 2028.
Yeah. And then it goes, tension behind the scenes, but nothing unusual. Who is responsible for pushing away the sporting directors from the club? And again, I think, it's all speculation because I don't even think Lee Ryder knows the answer to this.
Does he? And he's not allowed to tell us.
Well, yeah, has there been something written to say, like a disclaimer saying that you can't talk about it? I think Dan Ashworth wanted to join Manchester United and certainly flirted enough with the Red Devils, hugging Gary Neville at games and name-checking him in interviews without a true appreciation that Man United are traditional rivals with Newcastle. Ashworth did an okay job at Newcastle, but was clearly using the club as a stepping stone for something else. The Paul Mitchell situation is not so much him being pushed away, and it feels like he is leaving in loyalty to Darren Eales, who also goes soon. I think there's a bit of tension behind the scenes, but nothing unusual with no red flags. I think there's a bit more to it than that, but hey, and then it goes on to saying, why is there insistence on signing Premier proven players, despite the exaggerated prices and high salary demands? You've always been in favour of this, haven't you? Premier League proven players, because they can hit the ground running. There is no reasons for them to gracefully and gradually get up to the speed of play. And there is some evidence based behind that. Lee Ryder goes on to say,
for every foreign signing that comes in, there's a proper hit rate of maybe 1 in 6, 1 in 7. So it's a gamble. Okay, you're not paying the same money, but it's a gamble. And right now, where we are now, I think we can't afford to gamble, because with the tightness of PSR, every signing has to count. Whatever we spend has to be able to hit the ground running, challenge at the very least the current first team, and not be a significant drop down if they have to come on during a game. And if you're signing players how many players, look at the likes of Nunes at Liverpool. I was gutted when Villa got Diaby, when we were looking for a right winger then. And Villa signed him, and I was gutted. But he did nothing. He looked fantastic before he came to PREM. I was really excited when we were linked with him. But he came, little flashes.
Yeah.
but nothing significant, not to the extent that, for example, we've been so lucky, so lucky. I
You see,
mean, I'm saying lucky, but you could argue that it's just bloody good scouting.
or is it good coaching?
Well, this is the other thing about it as well, you see.
Don't forget to smash the like button. It helps us a lot to keep growing. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, activate all notifications, that way you get notified every time we go live. And don't forget, you can become a member, get exclusive content, access to all of our live shows on demand at the time that you want. Also, of course, giveaways every month, sometimes multiple giveaways a month. So stay tuned for that. Check it out. Help support the channel. It's a small fee. And of course, you help us and grow. If you hate the Mackhams, smash that like button.
To save the bleeding races. When we got the wheel put on, away we went again. But them that had their noses broke, they came back our him. Some went to the dispensary, and some to Dr. Gibbs's, and some to the infirmary.